So Alex Jones from Infowars is being sued to something ridiculous like $1.5 billion, like just an obscene amount of money. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I do believe potentially he may have been wrong about Sandy Hook being a false flag operation. I think that there is a small chance that maybe all of these parents haven't been pretending that their kids are dead for decades for fun. You know, I think there's a small chance that maybe he did a little oopsie on that one, you know? Every now and then, he fucking nails it. Like, the chemicals in the water are turning the frogs gay. Well, they weren't turning gay. They were actually changing genders, but also that's probably more horrific. Anyway, I don't think it was appropriate to accuse dozens of grieving parents that they were just pretending for money. Don't think that he should have done that. So he lost his defamation case, and he has to pay the families $1.5 billion. Now, not defending what Alex has done, because it's obviously terrible, but why is that like the most amount of money you can lose in a court case? Like, I've seen companies spill oil and fucking destroy local fishing economies get fined a couple mil. Like, why the fuck can we find the crazy Infowars guy $1.5 billion, but when a fucking oil company destroys a habitat of an endangered animal or completely fucks up an ecosystem or destroys an ancient Aboriginal sacred place after promising that they wouldn't do it, why do they just get like a couple $1 million? Like, they have more money than Alex Jones, and they've arguably caused much more damage to the material world. I just don't know. When I see the $1.5 billion like lawsuit that he has to pay, I'm like, oh, so if it comes down to it, we can actually make companies really, really hurt for fucking up really badly and intentionally, but we decide to use those powers on the crazy website guy and not the fucking oil companies or the banks that hand out malicious home loans and payday loans and prey on fucking vulnerable communities, or insurance companies that scam their customers, or government officials that accept bribery and fuck over the communities that trusted them with their votes. Like, sure, not defending what Alex has done, but why is he the one that gets hit with the $1.5 billion fine when people have done way worse? That is just, I don't know, fucking crazy. Not that, you know, obviously what he's done is fucking horrific, but it's crazy that, like, that's one of the biggest defamation, like, settlement court punishment things ever. But, you know, governments can fucking do war crimes and we're just like, oh, you know, you're dismissed from your military position. One guy who wasn't really involved. But anyway, this is where the opportunity comes from. So, and again, this is another reason why I'm not defending Alex Jones, because I actually want him to be fined even more, because the more he gets fined, the more he has to sell. And here's the thing, all right? What they're doing to Alex Jones is they're forcing the sale of everything that he owns. Now, what does he own? Obviously, he owns cameras. I could do with a good camera upgrade. That'd be great. Like a nice, a nice 6K camera that was bought with vitamin money. You know, just scamming fucking red pill right wing nutters, QAnon freaks into eating vitamins that make you want to shit yourself, but then you don't actually poo. That's where I got the magnesium from. I'm coming clean. I got it from Infowars. It is Infowars magnesium. The ads just sucked me in. All right, he's a very charismatic man. But obviously, okay, equipment, whatever, that'd be cool. Get a nice little bargain. But you know what else he owns? The Infowars set and the website. They're making him sell it. Like, he's not allowed to own it. They're making him liquidate every single thing that business owns and operates. So, big opportunity here. This is why you got to buy the t-shirt. Imagine how good Spearhead Sundays would be if it was recorded from the Infowars set. If I got it shipped over from Alex Jones's compound in Texas to Frankston, and I just sit in the magnificent Infowars set, and I don't change the logos, and I don't change the transitions, and I use the same microphone that makes it sound like this. And every single episode is welcome to Spearhead Sundays. I reckon if I sat in that desk long enough, I would become schizophrenic. 100%. I feel like there's so much cursed, demonic, conspiracy energy that aliens have been firing directly into Alex Jones's brain, that a lot of it would pass through his brain and absorb into the desk. And if I sat at the desk, it would bounce up and enter my mind through the metal in my chin. And Spearhead Sundays would go from, oh, my tummy hurts, I feel like I'm going to shit myself, to the Jews control the banks. How good would that be? I don't think it would last very long. I would get taken down for violating community guidelines pretty quick, but it'd be a fun ride. It'd be a fun ride to the bottom. Okay, even better idea. How good would this be? Bi-monthly bull from the Infowars set. That'd be good. I go to an anti-vaccine rally, but I'm not there to find a doctor. I'm just there for the rally. Today we're at an anti-vaccine rally to lend our support. Let's go, brothers. I've got my sign. It's just fucking 4-hour-long march with 60 people. That'd be great. Look, we all know I'm taking a big swing at YouTube, which I'll get into later in this episode. But that's an avenue for me, you know? If this big swing doesn't work, there's always the right-wing red pill avenue. That's always there. For every comedian, entertainer, YouTuber, it's always there. There's 3 avenues for you, all right? If things start going poorly, you just start becoming a culture wars guy. And you start doing videos about race tension, why women suck, and why fat people are gross. Yuck. That's what you do. Or you can go religious. That garners less views but way more support. And what you get out of those religious freaks is you get money. Okay? Because you go, God, just really, really, I have a plan. I have a plan, and I can't tell you what that plan is, but I need you to know that God has spoken to me and has told me that you need to give me $1 million for my plan. And I have a plan, and it's sent from God himself, and the plan is so holy and so blessed that I actually can't divulge God's plans for you through me. Other than this one very important point, which is my PayPal link. And you need to send it using the sending money to friends option, not using the business option, because then they take a transaction fee, and God doesn't want your $100 to go through a 1.35% transaction fee, because that money is for me. Yes, this money will be put towards buying the Infowars desk to become schizophrenic. Welcome to Schizophrenic Sundays. I'm your host, Lewis Smith. Ah, is that my dead grandmother? Ooh, actually, it's the devil. And how good would that be? So that's what we're putting all of the merch money towards, is we're going to buy the Infowars desk. I'm not kidding, by the way. They're going to make him sell everything. Here's what's interesting, though, all right? What they also want to do is they want to completely take away Infowars from him because it's gone bankrupt. And that's fine, because that's what happens when a business goes bankrupt, all right? You lose you say that many lies, the family sue you, they win, they're entitled to their money. Your business has got to pay it, so you lose your assets. That's fucking business, baby. But what they want to do is they want to take away his Alex Jones social media accounts too, which I don't like at all, because I feel like at this point, like, access to internet and social media is borderline a human right, you know? And I don't think that you should be able to force a person to sell a social media account that is like the Lewis Spears account. Like, that's me. You know, I am that person. You can't fucking sell that or force me to sell what is, you know, almost like a version of an ID, right? Like, that's like an identification or like personhood. Because that's really that's what an internet presence is. It's just like a version of a personhood, a fucking, this is who I am. So, you know, forcing him to sell the business and all that kind of stuff, that makes sense because business is a business. It's not a real person. But like, I don't know, forcing him to sell personal social media accounts I don't like that at all. I feel like that's a scary power and a bad precedent to set that could only escalate. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Also, you know, obviously I am going to be bidding as much as I can afford on the Infowars set and the Infowars website and the branding and the trademark. I doubt that I'll be able to afford it because I feel like I'm going to max out at like $15 to $20, depending on how many people listen to this, jump onto the Patreon and buy the t-shirt, of course. But I would say, you know, if you listening right now jumps on the $5 Patreon tier, that's like $20 that we could bid on the set. And I'm hoping that a lot of other people just think that it's so cursed that they don't want to buy it. And it's like, you know what I'll do? I'll treat it like eBay. You know when you really want something on eBay and it's at that auction, all right? Before all these sellers started doing buy it now only. Cowards, all right? Fucking gamble, dude. Ride the dragon. All right, if you're an eBay seller and every item you have is buy it now, fuck you. All right, you're ruining the website. eBay is for auctions. It's a digital auction website. I remember 2009 fucking bidding on rare video games and getting them, sniping them last minute. There's 3 seconds left in the auction. $7 bid, bam, sold, bargain. Or the last 2 minutes of the auction and I'm watching it and there's 10 other people watching it. And then there's 2 minutes to go and some fucking idiot bids 10. Oh, you're ruining it for everyone. Now a bidding war starts with 2 minutes to go. You fucking idiot. You don't know how sniping works? When there's 3 seconds left, bam, $7 bargain. But no. People have a minimum that they want to sell the item for. Fuck you. You dog. You're standing between me and my comic books. I spit on you. Hock-tour. I hock-tour upon you. What I'm saying is, I don't think that I will be able to afford the Infowars branding, but I do wonder who is going to buy it. Like, who do you think buys that? Here's what I think happens. I think Alex Jones's like friends bail him out, or some like I could see like some kind of Daily Wire operation buying all of the IP for Infowars and then paying Alex Jones a salary to then host it and then put him in some kind of fucked 360 deal trap like half the rappers that you like to listen to, where he just has to work like a slave to pay off the debt that he owes the company that bought his company and then employed him to run his own company. I reckon that's probably what will happen, is a bunch of like insane investors will be like, let's buy Infowars, and then shackle Alex Jones to it and he has to host it forever. But that is a risky gamble, isn't it? Because very, very likely that you buy Infowars for like, I don't know, few $1 million. That money gets distributed amongst the families of the Sandy Hook massacre. And then Alex Jones does episode 1 and he just starts off by going, trans people were invented by Jews who were controlled by aliens. And then your whole website just gets banned. And you go, fuck, there goes our money.